All drooling. It did earlier today and
Especially
tonight.
now. Like anytime we show food after 10 p.m.
Right.
It's just.
But that food
sorry
looks
for the
so
temptation.
good.
Yeah.
It looks so good. All right, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us right now. That kind of soul food was so good today when it was raining, kind of gloomy out there, as it is tonight.
Absolutely. And tomorrow, I mean, you could even have a cold glass of lemonade or some ice cream, maybe. Temperatures will be in the 60s. It's going to be warm. We're challenging records, but you only have one day like that because temperatures fall off a cliff for Thursday, and we're watching for a winter storm centered around Friday. Let's take a look at how much rain already fell, anywhere between 1/3 of an inch to about an inch of rainfall, and that was over a relatively short period of time. Now that rain is coming to an end. There's still a few leftover showers here in eastern Connecticut, but the worst, the steadiest, the heaviest is over. Give it another 15 minutes or so in eastern Connecticut too, and other than a last-minute kind of stray shower towards midnight, that's about all she wrote. Otherwise, tomorrow, temperatures are going to start off between 55 to around 60. Around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. That's going to feel really weird in February. Even if you like the warmth, it's just something that just doesn't make sense this time of year. It does not compute. Highs in the afternoon in the low to mid 60s. The record is in the upper 60s inland. The record is around 60 at the shoreline. So I think the shoreline, we got that one in the bag. Inland, going to be close depending on how early we can see some clearing, because I do think we start the day with clouds, and then temperatures will turn sharply colder heading into tomorrow night, and especially for Thursday, which will be about 30 degrees colder than what we're anticipating for tomorrow, kind of setting the stage as our next storm approaches. And this one doesn't look like it's just a straight snowstorm for us, but likely snow changing over to a wintry mix. The problem is that we could start off with a front-end burst of snow before daybreak on Friday. There is a chance for some heavy snow during the morning commute, and then a transition over to that mix, so we get a little bit of a layer of ice on top, which is kind of challenging to kind of clean that up. I do think the heaviest is looking like the morning. As we head through the afternoon, precipitation rates should generally tend to lighten up, and the storm ends heading into Friday night, but leaving as maybe a few leftover snowflakes. So kind of how it all shakes out. 2 a.m. we are still dry, but notice after that pre-dawn hours that snow fills in. It's snowing in a lot of areas at 7:30 in the morning, but shortly after that we start to see that sleet and freezing rain line race north. I think it is mostly sleet though for a lot of inland Connecticut, although there is a chance for a bit of freezing rain in southern areas and maybe even just plain rain for the Connecticut shoreline. And then on the back edge for Friday evening, as this is all wrapping up, another change back over to snow possible. Can this change? Yes, it can get a little bit colder. It can trend a little bit warmer, but right now it's looking like a widespread accumulating snow. The lowest amounts at the shoreline, the highest amounts in northern Connecticut, likely going to end up around 3 to 6 or 4 to 8 inches with a bit of ice on top, maybe some higher amounts in northern Connecticut. We'll have our official map out tomorrow. Yesterday I had said every single one of our computer models was in agreement, and I totally jinxed us. Looking at the 7-day forecast, heading into the weekend, highs are in the 30s, but we are quiet, so no weather concerns for either of those days, although it looks like winter has officially returned here for the end of February into the start of March.